Uh, Hello everyone, I'm Praveen Apia and very good morning to all. And I'm from SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Namapuram, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. And I'm here to present the topic on the paper topic on forecasting of renal failure using several machine learning based modeling approaches. So I would like to thank the college management to conducting these events so that it encourages students to make an awareness on research papers. I would like to thank them. So let me start the presentation. So this paper was the authors of the paper are myself, Praveen, and Pranavapi. So yeah, let's start with this session. So I'd like to share the agenda for the session. First, we'll discuss about the abstract, then the introduction of the paper, and we go with the objectives and the scopes and limitations. And we'll share. And the third portion will be seeing about the source of data, and I will say about the visual data representation of the papers, which will be more accurate, and the future announcement conclusions. So let's jump into the abstract now. So basically, this paper is all about, as you already seen that the paper's title, it's all about the prediction of the renal failure. So renal failure is nothing but the which arises when it leads to the chronic machine learning algorithms. So we have used several machine learning algorithms here, as we are the title mentions here, several machine learning algorithms. So here it's we have used several machine learning techniques like decision trees, naive-Bayes, extreme gradient boosting, logistic regression, and support vector machines. So with these several machine learning classification algorithms, we are just predicting our that renal failure is present or not based on the binary classification machine learning technique. So not only that, it's not about only the predicting; it's about measuring the accuracy and all the classification report and F1 score measures of the each and every algorithm and shows which algorithm is suitable for this. And we are taking a real-time data set. So let's jump into the introduction, right? And introduction is all about. I just show the title here: forecasting of renal failure using several machine learning classification-based modeling approaches. So yeah, so the statement of the problem is that, as I already said, this is all about the predicting the renal failure, and renal failure is a condition which occurs most of the people in the worldwide, and it is really people are not able to judge or predict, which is chronic kidney disease leads to renal failure, and it's really a life-threatening one. So what we are doing is we are using some cutting-edge machine learning-based approaches, and we are using some machine learning several algorithms, and we are trying to predict it. And and to measure the accuracy of each algorithm, what we are doing is we are measuring each and every algorithm's accuracy, precision, and F1 score. That we used to call that as the classification report of each algorithm, and we'll be using some confusion matrix over it. So we have derived the results of that each and every algorithm, how it will be acting with the real-time data set of for the Can you hear me now? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me? I'm facing some inconvenience. Can you hear me, sir? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. Sorry.
Have you done your presentation?
No, sir. Still remaining 2 slides.
Then Then
okay.
Please share your screen and start the presentation.
Yes, actually, no. I'm facing some internet inconvenience. Sorry for that.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So it's now about, I'm just continuing now from here. It's about the source of data. The data used here was, I'm talking about the data. So it was a real-time data. As I already said, it's the real-time data which is collected from the hospitals. In Chennai, Chennai, the Apollo Hospital was the hospital which was collected in the UCA, and it was certified with the data sets. So that's the main thing. That the UCL is one of the machine learning repository archives. We can get the data sets in a verified manner. So it's not like the Kaggle Titanic data sets. It's a real one. So it shows our model accuracy well. And with this, we can able to measure. We are going to measure our model accuracy, which is going to predict it very well for our data set. And yeah, we're going to choose one of these 5 algorithms that we have mentioned earlier. So we can see here the accuracy and the visual table representation. For as I already said, these 5 algorithms and their respective accuracies are shown here. For the extreme gradient boost, it shows about 98.75%. It was the highest one accuracy. As you can see, the second column and my cursor, this was the highest one. And following that, we can say Naybase was shown around 97.50 and decision to 97.50. This was the results which are acquired when after the implementation that we have done. So this was the result that we have attained once the implementation of the real-time data set we have applied to the respective algorithms, and we got the accuracy the same. As you can see, extreme gradient boost shows the well accuracy here, 98.75, but compared to logistic regression and support vector machines, where it shows only 93.75%, but it's not so bad, but comparatively the extreme gradient boost, it shows it is better than, like, it is not better. So yeah, that was the results here. And as you can see, previously I was showing the data description data, and this is the visual data for that accuracy versus the models. Here, the extreme gradient boost shows a very well performance here. So this was the future enhancements when we are coming to like once again. So this was a research paper that we have mailed here, and we have already said that abstract and introduction I've mentioned here, clear cut. And there, when the PPT was mentioned only that accuracy of each and every model, and that was the one we have mentioned here. But in the PPTs, in the paper, we have mentioned clearly what was done and each and everything, confusion matrix and each and every algorithm's calculations, how it's going to perform. And you can see here that each and every algorithm's confusion matrix and classification report has been shown here, and the F1 score, everything. And here I have concluded. You can see it in the research paper that I have mailed you. And in the conclusion, we have clearly mentioned here, this was the paper that the data set of 25 features. Here, the highest accuracy was XG boost, extreme gradient boost, 98.75%. This is already higher than the logistic regression and support vector machines. That's really great, actually. It shows a low performance than that, and XGB is cool. And this paper is of a IEEE format and fully IEEE format. We have done it, and it's a representation and everything. And we have done a clear-cut analysis of each. And not only this paper is not only tells about the prediction, it also tells the each and every algorithm's accuracy and performance, and it recommends which algorithm to be used for the particular data set that we are gonna predict it. And yeah, that's all about the we have mentioned here once again, the XGB boost produced the highest F1 score. Not only the accuracy was good for the XGB boost, and the measure that F1 score also shows the best here. As you can see, this is the precision recall and F1 score here at 97% and 99%. This is really great. And when coming back to the, you guys can refer the paper that I've made here. It was for the detailed analytic informations. And for future enhancement, incorporating the real monitoring data sets like the wearable devices, which means like I'm talking about the hardware which can be like installed to the patients, so that they can it shows the accurate results as input attributes, and which has been fetched to the real-time data to the model, and we can predict it in a good manner. This will be one of the future enhancements with the help of the hardware. And second one will be the using rigorous model selection, hyperparameter tuning, and we can also have the web-based mobile application for this, for avoiding to make it more simpler and user-friendly for the users that we're going to use. And the last point that was said, developing a web-based and mobile application was the one we gotta do in a real-time project. So it will be used for the user interface. And let me just end it with the conclusion that in this paper we have discussed, we have told how it's going to predict. We're going to what are the binary classification techniques, that algorithms that we're going to use, and cutting edge machine learning algorithms. And for 5 algorithms, we're going to make which was the best algorithm by measuring the evaluation matrix of each and performance evaluation for each and every algorithm. We have shown now everything, confusion matrix in the paper and the PPT also, and the accuracy was good for the XGBoost. And we have concluded that that the XGBoost was a good one, and we have made each and every accuracy and calculations very well. And the paper was done in IEEE format, so like everything was each and every details and the data analytics are applied in the paper. And we have concluded with everything what was mentioned in the abstract. We have concluded everything, introduction and abstract. We have concluded everything, like the predicting and the accuracy and evaluation of each and every algorithm. So that's all about the paper, and thank you for all, and for this giving this opportunity, and have a great day. Thank you so much.
BSc Computer Science from Raipeta, Chennai 14. My topic is open source cloud. And nowadays, an IT company, a cloud will be playing a major role. Actually, we know that a cloud computing is to store the data as a privacy. And nowadays, all the companies wants to store the data because they wants to protect their data from the hackers. So there was using a cloud computing, as well as known as that Amazon. As Amazon is a topmost company of cloud, it is playing a major role because Amazon wants to store the data with security and purpose, because nowadays the world has facing most nature disaster like a flood and earthquake and the tsunami, like everything. So that time they will be using the cloud to protect the data, because if we destroy the data from the desktop, they can back up from the using of cloud computing. So it's used for the storing the data and backup easily. It is freely for everyone. Everyone can be used from this software, as we have to be pay, which have to be we will use at a time. So however, we were using cloud computing based on the time, and we have using the applications. It has been the most 3 applications in there. You are seeing the screen as a storage database. It give a server to application and the server room, and we use from anywhere and anywhere in this world. It is using for that to share the data with anywhere. If you are opening a company in India, you can access it from the another state also with the help of the cloud computing. And you know that the cloud computing is coming very major in these IT companies. And in 2025, there's research saying that cloud computing is play a major role in this IT field. So the most of the computer science students are attract to the cloud computing because of that playing a major role. It helps to us to friendly friends. So it however, sir, that if I have 3 platform like AAS, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. There have been 3 type of service in this cloud computing. If you take a software as a service, it is a very freely, and you will be give only what you have be used at a time. That's only you do want to pay. Nothing to want to pay that. Hello.
Yes, you can proceed.
As a software as a service, it is very easy for using from the anyone. As if you want to eat a pizza, you will be went to Domino's and you will be just that's enough for paying money for that what you will be used. Nothing to give any cost that you will be preparing for that. Nothing you can be give. Just if you want a pizza that we eat at 99 rupees, that's enough. But this is the example for the software as a service. If you want any server, you will be pay for the server. How many hours you will be used, that only you want to pay for the server. That's only everything in the server. The applications should be given from the cloud computing. It is example for the SSA, the software as a service. If we take a PaaS, the platform as a service, it is that you want to eat a pizza, you want to go to the you want order in online, and you brought from your home and you will be eat. If you want that, you will be take your plate and you do effect for cleaning your place, and you will be eat. That's you will be difficult. That's is a platform as a service. The server is be given, but some applications not given from the platform as a service, that you will be taken some effect and will be do that platform as a service. It is a example for the platform as a service. If IaaS, infrastructure as a service, it is that example for if you want to eat pizza, pizza, just you brought everything that's to make to for pizza, and you make from your own in your home, and after you eat, that's called infrastructure service. If you like to do, your cost will be reduced, but your effect should be more than what you are be uh, as you went to the hotel and eat. That's different between what you made in your home and brought from the hotels. So infrastructure is a service. It's some application will be given, but moreover you will be want to additionally added from your desktops. So if you love the cloud computing, your data will be I will be surely says that your data will be more and more secured. If it's like that, cloud computing have a more difficult to facing to secure data. Like you want to save data, but hackers should be more than in this world, so they will be hacking that cloud computing. But cloud computing never try to give your data. It will be protect your data with its more effect and will effect to protect your data. And if your area have a flood or anything nature disaster, if your desktop will be destroyed, I mean damaged, you can be backup your data with the help of the cloud computing. So I will be say in the last in future, the cloud computing is to play a major role, and it will be the free open source, so everyone can access and everyone can use this cloud computing. So thank you for giving me this opportunity. So use cloud computing is a good major role in the futures. Thank you, sir.
College of Engineering, Rajmundry. Coming to my topic was history of wireless technology. It contains 5 generation: first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation. Coming to the topics, first generation of mobile network was deployed in Japan by Nippon Telephone and Telegram Company in Tokyo during 1979. In the beginning 1980s, it gains popularity in US, Finland, UK, Europe, etc. Coming to the features of the first generation, it contains 800 to 900 microHz, and its bandwidth is 10 mHz, and its technology is analog switching, and its modulation is frequency modulation. It contains only one mode, like voice. And coming to the second generation of wireless technology, 2G refers to the second generation of mobile network based on GSM. The radio signals used by first generation was analog. 2G capabilities were achieved in multiple uses on a single channel, like voice, audio, video, switches, etc. Coming to the features of second generation, data speeds up to 64 kbps. It uses digital signals in analog modulation, and it was enabled such as SMS and MMS. It contains more than one mode. Coming to the third generation, on December 11, 2008, India entered into the third generation. It was launched in Mahanagar Telephone Nigam Limited in Delhi. Coming to the features of third generation, the speed is up to 2 Mbps. It increases in bandwidth, and also it contains more than one mode. We can send or receive messages, and it contains large capabilities, and it also contains broadbands. Coming to the fourth generation of wireless technology, Airtel was the first company to have launched 4G services using TD-LTE technology in Kolkata in 2012. It was followed by launch of 4G in Bangalore, Pune, Chandigarh, etc. Later, 4G services in India was launched by Aircel, Vodafone, and Ajio. Characteristics are customized or personalized services, interactive in multimedia, IP technology, high definition mobile TV, high speed, and broadband internet. It contains one mode, more than one mode. Coming to the applications of 4G services, it contains virtual presence, virtual navigation, and more high security, better uses of multimedia applications. It contains more speed. Coming to the features of 4G services, it has better download speed, extremely high voice quality, and higher bandwidth. And it is also much faster than 3G. And frequency band is 2 to 8 gram Hz, and its data rate up to 20 Mbps or more. And coming to the advantages and disadvantages of 4G. Advantages of 4G are it has high speed, high capacity, high bandwidth, and also tight network security. It also supports multimedia services, low transmission cost, low cost per bit. And the disadvantages of 4G are it has to need complicated hardware, and it's hard to implement. It needed available services of 4G technology. Not many areas of 4G services are comfortable. And the fifth generation of wireless technologies are Reliance Jio is close to finalizing its contract with telecom maker, and it's nearly up to in its nearly launched in Mumbai and Maharashtra and Kolkata and West Bengal in the first phases of its launch in October. And it's going with Nokia for the lucrative Delhi, Circle, and Chennai, which includes Tamil Nadu, and also awareness of the deployment. As per the government order, 5G services are launching in India. Uh, According to at least report, the Indian government would officially launch 5G at the inauguration of the Indian Mobile Congress on September 29, 2022. During his speech on Independence Day, PM Narendra Modi said that 5G will launch in India sooner than one can accept, and its speed will be 10 times faster. Advantages of 5G technologies are it's up to 10 times faster than what you have now, faster and safer than public Wi-Fi, and it's also available video and audio in HD, consoles quality gaming on your phone. And conclusion, wireless technology has been continuously evolving to meet increasing demands and higher specification requirements. Since the deployment of first generation mobile networks, telecommunication industry facing a lot of new challenges in terms of technology, efficiency, utilization of spectrum, and most importantly, securing to end users. And also future wireless technologies will provide ultra fast, feature rich, and highly secure mobile networks. Okay, thank you for this opportunity.
Presentation title. Hello, can you hear?
Yes, you can start.
Yeah, so as you can see, I have did the paper presentation according to IE format. So you can see the title is in 24 bits and other author name, that things and all. So let me come to the main topic. So what is actually smart walking stick? So you know what is actually walking stick, sir? So it's just a normal wooden stick which elders use and many other persons use for gaining a balance. So what I thought, why don't we automate it? Why don't we use IoT concept and make a smart walking stick that has voice assistant, that has many other features. So I'm coming to it. Yes, sir. As I was saying, you can see the abstract. So I went to many places and I understood what are the traumas that elder persons are facing, sir. What are their problems, and especially coming to balance and posture. What is the main thing they are taking? So walking stick was the more common answer that we got from the elders, and according to our service which we did. So we thought to make a paper presentation on smart walking stick, sir. So we designed this product, sir. Means not design, means this is our design, sir. You won't find in internet. So you can see the 2D component. Hello, can you hear, sir? Hello? Hello?
Yes, you can continue.
Yeah, so this is the 2D presentation of our smart walking stick, what we are presenting, sir. So you can see the features, what are they available in this walking stick, sir. And this design is unique, sir. You won't find in internet, and we have applied for patent also for this design, sir. You can see microphone, and microphone is used for voice assistant feature, which we are integrating in the smart walking stick, sir. Then we have Raspberry Pi, or you can use Arduino also, sir, for the microcontroller system, sir. Then we have laser projections, and we have many other two features that are coming one by one, sir. So this is the poster. Sir, can you see, sir? Hello? Hello? Hello, can you hear? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. You continue.
Can you see screen, sir?
Yes, screen also is visible.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
No, next option from current slide.
Yes, sir. This is the poster of what our actual item means, what presentation upon which we are doing, sir, upon paper presentation on the smart walking stick. So you can see the trauma fears of elders. So let me come one by one, sir. So why we are choosing smart walking stick, sir? We can if you take elders, we can take many other fields also, sir. But the smart walking stick, for that we have one. I have one particular reason, sir. So if you see the WHO report on prevention of fall, there is a clearly mentioned that 30 to 42% of people above 70 years occurs fall every year, sir. And above below 65 years also falls occurs, sir. Means falls due to many reasons, sir. For these reasons, walking stick becomes one of the most reliable partner for elder people, sir. Then coming to, I would like to bring one more point, sir. That if you see the world report on 2006 on WHO, they mentioned that world is aging. World is aging means the persons above 40 years age are becoming more compared to the persons below age, means below 40. So more the persons are aging, the chances of fall or chances due to injury of fall is increasing, sir. So for that reason, the automatically for the reliable walking stick will be in huge demand, sir. So not in only for research purpose, sir. In business purpose, in business perspectives also, sir, smart walking stick will be in huge demand in future, sir. For that reason, we chose I chose smart walking stick as one of the innovating things, sir. So let me coming to the working principle. What the features exactly the smart walking stick will be have, sir? So first coming to working principle, so it will have inbuilt voice assistant, sir. So inbuilt voice assistant means with that smart walking stick, you can control as you see is present voice assistant, sir. Like present voice assistant, you can control lights, fans, etc. with help of that walking stick itself. So you can use that walking stick inside home as well as outside home, sir. So then one more feature we have added is very security purpose, sir. Other security system. So as you know, sir, in India, everybody have Aadhaar cards, sir. So everybody have Aadhaar cards, sir. So we thought, why don't we implement this other features in our IoT, sir? So suppose imagine, sir, an elder person is there, sir. He is walking outside the road, or some unholy or something unthing happened, sir. So there we have an inbuilt security system. So if you press that system, if one sensor will be, sir, if you keep thumb on that sensor, then automatically is already in predefined his Aadhaar card storage details will be inside that stick, sir. It will automatically go to the nearest police station for the predefined target user, so that they can understand this elder person is having some problem, and he can do something, sir. Then we have solar powered systems, sir. Means that entire powered by solar. Not only solar, sir, we have battery also, sir. It is a two-way powered, sir, both solar as well as battery, sir. Next, coming to GPS module, sir. We have integrated a GPS module inside the stick, sir, IoT product. So as you, if elder person or anyone who uses the stick walks anywhere outside the road or outside, there will be proper GPS monitoring system inside that stick, sir. So if anyone, suppose as I told before, sir, if anything wrong happened, means on this spot the GPS system as well as the other alert system will be activated, sir, so that his relatives or the nearest police station or nearest security agencies can understand what exactly has happened and which coordinate and which position is there, sir. And we have, sir, laser projection, sir. Laser projection is nothing but we can also say it as a hologram projection. Suppose imagine, sir, elder person is walking in a road, sir, and he if you become older, sometimes there is a chance that you mesmerize or you forget about your routes, sir. So we have implemented a route navigator, or you can say as a laser projection. So suppose you press that button, sir, you can find one arrow mark will be displayed. This displayed, sir, as I showed up before in that poster, sir. So with that, you can find which route you should go, sir. So coming to conclusion, sir, let our aging. So as I told before, sir, we are world is aging, sir. Since world is aging, sir, the demands for walking stick also will improve, sir. So in as well as in business perspective, as well as for innovation perspective, I have chosen walking stick, and that's it, sir. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Yes, have you completed?
Yes, sir. See, sir, I show you the paper once again, sir. See 1 second. So
Okay.
exactly IE format, sir. Abstract. Then we have introduction, categorized as A,
So no need of the paper. If you completed your presentation, it's okay.
B, and C. As per IE format, we did, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
My paper title is cataract detection using transvalent cataract detection using transvalent techniques. First, we have to understand what is cataract. Cataract is the most common disease that people get at the age. Cataract is a condition where people usually get a clouding layer on the pupil of their eye. That means a white color layer will form on the pupil that will make them blind. Due to that condition, their eyes will be blurred and they will have distorted images. So detecting cataract at an early stage is very important nowadays. And nowadays, due to different environmental conditions or people's food habits, cataract is being people are getting cataract at a lower age of 40 and mid 40s and mid 50s. So cataract detection is an important area of research nowadays. So we have used transfer learning techniques like NASA mobile inception with VGG19 to detect cataract, and we also made a model on CNN to compare these transfer with normal CNN. So we have got higher accuracy with NASNet mobile technique with an accuracy of 99.47%, and nearly we got a validation accuracy of nearly 98%. Yeah. If you can see in the figure, this is the complete system methodology. First we will take input image and an eye, then we convert that image into scale scale image, and then we'll randomly rotate that image by factor of 0.1, and then we will reduce the image to 64 by developing a model. Yeah, in the dataset we have used nearly 8,068 images for training and 1,600 images for testing. We collected images from various hospitals. We have got 115 images from the option researchers. So we trained this model on real-time data only. The different pre-processing techniques that we use are firstly we reduce the image size to 64 pixels. After that, for avoiding overfitting, we reproduce the data set by using different techniques, and we also use some strategies like converting grayscales, horizontal flipping, and random croppings, etc. Yeah, if you can see in the figure 2E, this will give the origin of the model that we developed. We actually used three transfer learning techniques. If you want, transfer learning means these methods are already pre-trained using some data set called ImageNet. We using that the weights of that images, the model weights, and we are pre-trained the models on our image sets. We used three pre-trained models. One is NASNet, and second one is Inception V3, and third one is VGG19. We got the higher accuracy on using the NASNet mobile. And after we also developed our own CNN model, in which we have used two convolution 2D layers, and we have in this CNN model we have used the activation of ReLU, and in the output layer we use the activation of sigmoid. Yeah, if you can see, these are the results of a model. Figure 4A shows the higher accuracy that what we got in the inception model. Yeah, after developing this model, we also developed a mobile application for detecting cataract using this higher accuracy model. You can see the screenshots of the mobile app. This is the mobile application developed for detecting cataract or images. Yeah, these are all the references that we use from different sources for our research. Yeah, thank you.
This is the project I made on report generation on chest X-rays using deep learning model. The agenda is the problem statement is it is generate a medical report based on a input of the X-ray by using a deep learning model for doctors to save the time while taking an X-rays or analysis on a X-rays, giving advices to the patients to save the time for the doctors. We have did the project, and the objectives of the project is compilation of the most outstanding deep learning strategies using automatic generation. In order to changing the problem, deep learning algorithms have been included with the models getting results. This is the literature survey we made on this paper, sir. This is the architecture diagram. We will for this project we need two data sets. One data set is full consist of X-ray images, and the second data set is mapping to the X-ray data set. That means each X-ray image has an XML report. In that XML report, we will have the findings, impressions, and the X-ray ID of that image. From that, extracting XML data, the XML report for every image there is a XML report. Every XML report has a huge amount of data. We no need to analyze all of the data. We have to need only some attributes. By extracting the only useful information from the XML data, and then while we pre-processing, if there are any errors or null values or empty set is there, then we will split the total data set into train, validation, test. And train, validation, and test split. We use two algorithms. That means we use two most algorithms. LSTM algorithm. The first step in LSTM algorithm is to omit the cell in a particular time step, and sigmoid function also. It determines this particular time step. And the second step is it will add units to the current state. And the third step is it decides itself to take a decision on based on the report. Algorithm GRU. This is also another algorithm we used on this paper to generate a report. It is similar to the LSTM, but it has some kind of hidden states and gates in there. After the model generates one statement from report from the based on the reports, and it generates the model generates a report, and we will give another report statement from based on the data set. It compares the both model generated statement and the data set given the statement given by the data set by using the BLU score. These are some of the implementation steps we made on the project. Here we can see the splitting the data into 81% of the training the data, and validation is 10%, testing is 9%. We also use the attention model to fit the data, to train the data. For this model, there is no accuracy. In fact, we are using attention model for this kind of model. There is no accuracy, but the loss percentage will be there. The less amount of loss percentage is similar to the accuracy. These are the result analysis. Here we can see that by giving the input X-ray image, the best predicted that the heart is normal and the size of Mediterranean unremarkable, and the BLU score also it also given by comparing the model generated statement and the dataset statement. It is 0.82 for this case. These are some of the result analysis. I hereby conclude that the end-to-end deep learning, which helps that the doctors can save the time and can view that same time to the by patient behavior or something. Here are the some references we take from the papers. Thank you.
Rajlakshmi College of Arts and Science. I'm here to share a presentation on smart bandage technology. Nowadays, smart bandage technology play a significant role in medical side. In this module, I will make a presentation on meaning of smart bandages and how the smart bandages effectively works in a medical side.
Shakti, I think there is a network problem for you.
We are a group of 3 people. My name is Jamuladina Samira, and my teammates are Katakam Hasmita and Jayavarku Shimteja Sare. We are here to present our presentation on conversational artificial intelligence analytics. Sir, here we explained about. Sir, one second. We are explaining about what is AI. AI is basis of mimicking human intelligence process through the creation and application of algorithms built into a dynamic computing environment. Nothing but we are making computers to act like humans. And coming to the next slide, we talked about conversational AI. Conversational AI is nothing but using chatbots and virtual agents to communicate instead of humans. And here about Internet of Things, connection of things with sensors and software. And in this slide, we have about AI chatbots. AI chatbots are also known as natural language processing. We use AI chatbots in order for companies to communicate with their customers 24/7. So here we have history of conversational AI. It started in 1950 with Turing test, and now we have AI-powered conversational chatbots using NLP, natural language processing, that is. And we have covered 4 areas here. And the first area is business opportunity and need. In this area, we have customers. We have discussed about the type of customers that are going to use our AI chatbots. Chatbots can improve the customer experiences. So many people who are in business who wants to interact with their customers are investing in AI chatbots. And the target segment and market size of AI chatbots. As we discussed, the businesses who wants to improve their services wants to invest in this AI chatbots, and the market size is not small. It is 6.2 billion USD, and it will increase in the next few years. And to discuss about solution details, we are going to create a NLP using artificial intelligence, so that we are able to, the machine is able to understand the human language and communicate with the humans regarding the problems. And here we have the key differentiators for our solution, and our unique feature is that this can include things like advanced analytics, automation, and property algorithm, and this is also cost effective. Here we have a flowchart about the roadmap of launching this AI chatbot. We have 8 steps here. First one is to identify the problem, and second is research and development. Third one is testing and validation. Fourth one is market analysis. Sixth one is funding. Fifth one is business plan. Sixth one is funding, and we have to launch and the post-launch activities. That's it, sir. Thank you.
Good morning, sir. This is Rohit and Mansa from Charapati Institute of Engineering and Technology, from Computer Science and Engineering. And we have to discuss our topic is 5G technology. And explain what we need to know is what is 5G technology and what can we expect from 5G. is faster than LTE? I mean, and what are the benefits of 5G and what are the risks and trends in telecommunication? And first of all, what is 5G technology? 5G is the fifth generation of circular network technology. It is designed to provide faster internet speeds, lower latency, and more reliable connection than previous generation of circular technology. 5G networks are also designed to support a large number of connections devices, making it well suited for the in IoTs and other applications that requires high level of connectivity. Some of the key features of 5G included greater bandwidth, more efficient use of spectrum, and use of advanced technologies such as millimeter waves and beamforming. And is a fifth generation of wireless network technology. It offers fastest download and upload speed and allows for more connectivity devices at the same time. And is a 5G faster as more than LTE, like means 5G is generally faster than 4G, fourth generation, while the average 4G LTE download speeds around 20 Mbps and 50 5G speeds can reach us up 10 Gbps or even higher. However, the faster speed will depend on the specific network infrastructure and deployment. The 5G standards allow for large spectrum frequency, which allows for faster data transmission and lower latency. Additionally, 5G networks can use performing multiple input, multiple output technology to focus the signal on specific devices and interfaces, which can further improve speed and reliability. And we have the benefits of the it is a 5G better than 4G. 5G is a lot faster than the previous Gs and the generations has the lower latency rate and allows more devices for the user to connect the internet at the same time. And we have how 5G benefits businesses. Faster download upload speed and 5G network deliver download speed of up to 10 Gbps, which significantly faster than average 4G LTE speed and around 20 Mbps. This is enabled users to download large files such as HD movies, video games much faster. Lower latency. And the 5G network will have a lower latency, which is takes for signal to travel from sender to receiver. Increases productivity, and it means business can move larger amount of data without roaming around network issues that can potentially affect the business. Supported growth means businesses won't have to worry about adding more connectivity devices that move essential data to their network. And future of work. By using in future, you have 5G is coming fastly and have to download large amount of files. Video games means movies is faster and superior connectivity that further open up business to the advantages of remote workers or disappeared teams. And does 5G technology pose health risks? Yes. The deployment 5G network brings some potential risk and concerns, including as a security. Security means 5G networks will connect a large number of devices, which can increase the potential for security breaches and cyber attacks. And the increases complexity of 5G networks may also make them more to attacks. Interface, and it is also a risk to the interface. 5G networks will use higher frequency bands, which can be more to interface for other sources such as buildings and trees. This may be impact the performance of 5G networks in certain areas. And privacy. And in privacy, 5G networks will generate and collect a large amount of data, which can raise concerns about the privacy of users. Use of technology such as networking slicing can raise questions about who can access to user data and how is being used. Health concerns and also a risk in health concerns. The sum of millimeter waves in 5G network has raised concern about potential health risks such as cancer, although their claims are not widely supported by scientific inclusions. And trends and the future of the telecommunication. As a 5G, the deployment of 5G, it major trend in telecommunication as it expected to bring faster speeds, lower latency, and more reliable connection than previous generator of cellular technology. And Internet of Things, IoT. In the increases the number of connecting devices such as smart home appliances and industrial machines is driving to growth of IoT and the need for the more robust and reliable networks. And also in cloud services. The cloud computing also cloud-based services are becoming more popular as well as have to store, process, analyze the data and the way to deliver new products and services to the user. And the in Internet of Things will explode as the connectivity becomes more extensive, and also in artificial intelligence and machine learning technology will also flourish. And intelligent automation will help us simplify operations, edge communicating, and also gain more interest as business adjust to new way of operating. The DevOps, which are necessary in getting everything to work together efficiency, and the edge computing. This technology allows to process data closer to where it is generated, reducing the latency and increasing efficiency. And the security and privacy, as the number of connected devices and the network increases, this is growing need to protect users and data and devices from cyber attacks and other security threats. This is the advantage of technology. Thank you, sir. Do you have any questions?
Compared to normal bandages, when compared to normal bandages, smart bandages plays a significant role in healing wounds in a powerful and technical manner. Smart bandage technology can able to capture information about the wounded skin, and the wireless powers allows the bandage to monitor the skin to know about the signs such as healing or infection on the wounded skin using electric current. The main objective of smart bandage technology is to creating and maintaining a balanced wound environment. Let's see about the structure of smart bandage. The structure of smart bandages is made up of three components: provide electric stimulation to injured tissue, which helps in boost wound healing. Electric stimulation helps in limit bacterial infections on wound and prevent the infections caused on wound surfaces. The smart bandages enable increase in new blood vessels to produce a new skin on the healing wound. The signal from the smart bandages can be transmitted to a smartphone that automatically alert the patients to know about the healing conditions. Smart bandages contains a sensor that accurately measures bone moisture levels and then transmits the data to nearby smartphone without request doctors to remove the bandage. In smart bandage technology, coiled antenna draws power wirelessly from a nearby source. The wireless power helps the bandage to monitor the signs of skin healing or infections. I conclude by saying that smart bandages are powerful in healing wounds in a fastest and secured manner. Thus, it provides solutions to get relief from healing from very short period of time. Thank you. Sir.
Good morning to everyone. So my name is Nilofer Jahan and I am from VR Siddhartha Engineering College. So my presentation is about change detection algorithm for vegetation mapping using multispectral image processing. So the domain I have chosen is remote sensing and image processing. So these are my contents. First, problem statement. So here my problem statement is to provide the remote sensing information about as open source and free to everybody in order to improvise the innovation and entrepreneurship. So in order to get the great insight and knowledge from the satellite images, we have chosen this project here. So our main aim is to identify the changes in a particular land between two timestamps. So here in our project, we are taking a single location, but considering at two timestamps. So abstract is that here in this, we are mainly concentrating on agriculture, since agriculture is the important sector of the world. So here we are using the Google Earth engine in order to take the satellite images from it and to identify changes of a particular place in two timestamps. This change detection begins with the history of remote sensing. That's it. These are our objectives. So our main objective is to identify the various land cover classifications. And here we are using the deep learning approach for land cover in order to identify the land cover and its classification. So here we are getting the outputs like this is the first image was the Switzerland taken in the year 2010, and second image was the image of same location, that is Switzerland, taken in the year 2020. And here this is the grayscale image, which is nothing but our output. So this grayscale image shows the differences between these two images. Here the white space represents the change occurred, and the black is shows that the location is there is no difference in the location. So this is the literature's review we had conducted, and the first one is our base paper, sir. In our in that base paper, they had used a clustering process, and in our project, we have used an algorithm called Siamese network. So this is the justification for social impact of our project. So by showing the changes in two different time spans of a particular locations, we can recommend government regarding fund allocation for urban development. So as we see in our output that in Switzerland area, the agricultural land has been decreased. So by showing this type of changes, we can recommend government that fund allocations must be needed for urban development. And also we alert NGOs about the problem, and we can also assess the damage, which aided by the ability to detect changes in the environment. So these are our data sets and software requirements. We have used on different data sets and their versions, and mainly we have used the Google Earth Engine in order to take images. And we also consider in Google Earth Engine, we need to select the satellite name. So we have used the Landsat 8 satellite. This is our architecture image. So we had taken two images, input images from the data set. This is Landsat, and the two input images are sent into the convolution layers, and we have applied ResNet for downsampling. So these downsampling and upsample are used to decrease the resolution of images and to increase the resolution so that we can able to clearly identify the changes. And here this shows the output image, and the white represents the change and the black represents the area which doesn't show any changes. So this is the algorithm we have been used. In the base paper we consider they uses the clustering process, and here we are using the Siamese neural network algorithm. So for this algorithm, first we send the two input images. These Q and R are the input images, which is in vector form, and then we send these input images to the convolution neural networks. So there we find the Euclidean distance. The distance will be also in vector form, and then we apply the activation function. Here we have used the sigmoid activation function in order to convert the vector form into the scalar form. So the final output will get in a form of zeros and one. Zero represents that the two input images are most likely to similar, and values near to one represents that they represents much changes in those two input images. So these are the implementation steps. First, we go into the Google Earth Engine and we made a login there. And next, we search for the satellite. And here we have taken Landsat 8 satellite. And next, we have chosen the RY polygon. RY polygon is nothing but we are choosing the area by dragging it. Here we have chosen the area of Switzerland in two different time slots of 2010 and 2020. So these are the images. We have sent two images, and this shows the output as grayscale image. This was the conclusion. I conclude that we have chosen this project in order to identify the agriculture changes, mainly concentrated on agriculture of Switzerland. It used to identify the changes of that land in two different timestamps. So our future scope is that, as I said, that I have been concentrating on agriculture. So our future scope is to concentrate more upon like water changes or mountains and any natural disasters and other characteristics. And also we mentioned that I have calculated output and shows the values between 0 to 1, but our future scope is to show the percentage of change. This is our future scope, and these are references. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Security issues that come with increase in internet connectivity. Increase in internet connectivity. The cyber attacks are exploitation of these vulnerabilities. Hello everyone, myself Shravanti, and my presentation is all about cyber threats. We're gonna examine the most common threats and the different ways to avoid it, and I would like to discuss the precautions we need to take when the attack has happened, and I would like to conclude the session. So what is a cyber threat? Cyber threat is just like a robbery, a robber entering into the house and stealing the things. In the same way, it's just like a robbery. The a hacker enters to our personal system and steals our data. So cyber threats are classified into three types: structured, unstructured, and highly structured. Unstructured are a small group is involved, like phishing in that way. And structured, they here a particular organization works. In highly structured threats, you can take example of Ukraine war. Highly skilled people take part in this cyber warfare. So some of the common cyber threats are malware, phishing, DDoS attacks, and many. So I would like to discuss about malware. Malware, the term is derived from two words, malicious and software. So the malware consists of different. The malware attacks can take place by different types. First is virus. Virus actually damages the files and it hangs the system, but it replicates only when the host clicks the file. When you take actually for virus, user interaction is the must. And when you take coming to worms, they replicate when the system is affected with worms, they replicate themselves, and user interaction is not needed. Spyware, it is a software just like a keylogger. It just like a keylogger, it hacks our data, and sometimes it even hacks our website. And Trojan horse is one of the social engineering attack. It misleads the people. And adware is like it continuously displays the advertisement when you open websites. So how we encounter malware is when you click unknown email attack, unknown links, or when you download unknown softwares. So this is the ransomware attack. This is one of the most common attack that is taking place these days. It's just like it's just you can relate it to our daily real world scenarios. When a person kidnaps and demands for amount, when you give the amount, you don't know whether you will get your child or not. So in the same way, the ransomware attack takes place when our data is stealed. When you give amount, you don't know whether you will get back the stolen data or not. So this is the recent ransomware attack that took place in India. Actually this one took place at AIMS Delhi. So by seeing these attacks, we can say one thing: these attacks are not confined to a particular stream. In every domain, everyone are facing these attacks. So another common is phishing attack. Actually here the hacker steals the sensitive information. So how he steals our sensitive data by when we click unknown links. So this is the news. This is the news article showing that showing that by seeing this we can tell that how many phishing attacks are taking, and how the cyber threats are increasing. So another type of attack is password attack. Here the user decrypts he decrypts the password and uses it, and it is used illegally, and it is an illegal activity. Here the people cracks or guesses the password, and he sometimes uses keylogger. So that is the reason why we should not use private 5/5. So this is the one should be cautious before using if we are using the same password for different same password for different accounts. So another attack is DDoS attack. It is once one you can see the picture here. Many people are standing near to get a railway ticket. You can clearly see one person cannot handle this entire crowd. This technique is used by the DDoS attacker. He just used this technique. He continuously send many messages to a single server and attacks the system. So the largest attack ever happened is Amazon Web Services attack. And next attack is IoT based attack. This IoT, we know that it is a recent technology. It is a developing technology. But in this technology, the hackers are using it and they are stealing our sensitive data. And you can take example of webcam hacking. They're hacking our webcams and webcams and stealing our data, and they're uploading it in dark web. So the impacts of cyber attack is reputational loss, it's like that it completely what you say. The impacts of cyber attacks are first and foremost is the reputation loss happens, and even it disturbs the person mentally too. So yeah, just like new COVID variant, the cyber attacks are coming with different strategies, and they are attacking in different way. So one basic thing we must know is using common sense before clicking. Like whenever you see an advertisement stating free Netflix for lifetime subscription, you blindly click that. So first and foremost thing one should keep in mind is using common sense before clicking that link. Anything, we don't get anything for free, right? So the basic precautions we need to take is we should not click suspicious links. We should continuously update our OS system. And we should update our password, and we should update the firewall of the system. So when the attack happens, we don't know where to report. So we should report at cybercrime.government. They take immediate action when the crime occurred. So even people when they lost phone, they just what you say, they just leave it. But you should not do that. It may lead the hacker may use that data and do many illegal activities. So one should be very cautious. Even when there is a mobile theft, you should go and report to the police. And attention, one thing we should keep in mind is the only thing to maintain privacy on the internet is not to be on the internet. It means you should not share any data on the internet. So I would like to conclude by saying internet privacy is just a fiction. Because of this increase in cyber attacks, a new cyber law is introduced in Indian Penal Code. So you can tell like cybercrime and its hackers will continue developing and upgrading. So to be in a safer side, we should be aware of the cyber world, and we should be cautious, and we should not click the malicious link. And in this way, we can protect ourselves from becoming the victims of cyber attacks. So I would like to thank everyone for listening to my presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, it's visible. Please continue.
A warm good afternoon to everyone. I'm K. Dhatri from VR Siddhartha Engineering College, studying in the branch of Information Technology, and my project was Human Disease Prediction based on symptoms. It is undertaken under the domain of machine learning. And in healthcare domain, we have faces many issues since 2020. We have faced the pandemic, and many of us are not willing to go to hospital since it requires, if once we go to hospital, we require minimum 2 to 3 hours in the waiting section. So many of us are just not willing to go to hospital for the small diseases. And for such conditions, this is more useful. And the main purpose was to predict the disease on the general symptoms. And
The given symptoms can give the accuracy between the 0 and 1, and based on that accuracy, the machine can predict the name of the disease, so that after confirming the disease, the patient can go to the hospital. And the main objectives of this project was to predict the accurate disease of the patient by taking the symptoms from the user. And this project also provides the graphical user interface for the user to enter the symptoms. It is easy to use. And before we are having the similar works, but not much accurate. And those summary was already they used the same disease prediction by taking the symptoms from the user. They have taken the Navy Bayes algorithm, but it gives only accurate disease for only single disease. So it is their drawback. And how it is impacting on the society was it can decrease the death rates, since we can predict the disease in the early state, and person can survive for the more long. And it can we have the frequent health checkups by going to the hospitals, and it can be done in our home itself. So it makes our daily life easy. And the dataset which we have considered was the healthcare domain dataset, and which consists of the 33 attributes, which having the 49 diseases. It was in the binary format. And the basic requirements was Python, NumPy, Pandas libraries. And for the GUI, we have used the tkinter. And for backend, we have used the MySQL. And the dataset which was collected from the different hospitals, we have done the data pre-processing, which we remove the noisy data or any mistakes in the data. And we have converted it into binary format. And this processed data was taken to the disease prediction model, in which we have used the two algorithms, random forest and the Navy Bayes. And in disease prediction model, it will consider the symptoms, at most 5 symptoms, or at least single or 2 symptoms from the user. And by that predicting, it will give the final result. And it is the algorithm for the random forest, in which the dataset was divided into the training dataset and the testing dataset. And the training dataset will be divided into the random samples, and each sample it constructs a decision tree, and for each decision tree it will give the final output. And all those final outputs, majority of the output will be given as the random forest output. And based on it, we can calculate the accuracy for this random forest. And it is the second algorithm, Navy Bayes. It will works based on the probability of the training dataset. Next, the implementation steps are by loading the files and dividing it into the training dataset and the testing dataset. And it is the code for the random forest. And similarly, the same code can be written for the Navy Bayes with the different labels. And converting the real-time dataset into the binary format, which the machine can be understandable. And comparing the algorithms. Internally, the algorithms are compared with each other, and the best accuracy will be given out, and it will predict the disease. For the GUI, it was the code. And how the GUI actually looks like. We can enter the patient name, age, gender, and their blood group with the 5 symptoms. It can predict minimum with the 2 symptoms, and it will give the disease name with the accuracy between the 0 and 1. If the accuracy is nearer to 1, it is the more accurate one. And if it is less than 0.5, it is less accurate. Maybe the disease chance will be less. And how the final random forest accuracy is and the Navy Bayes accuracy is. In this comparative model, both the algorithms have showed the similar results. And what I conclude by this project was the early detection of the disease can be save the patient life, and it is easy to use because of its GUI, and it has given the 97% of accuracy. And if we consider the future scope, the many of us are not willing to go to hospitals, so it is more useful for our daily checkups. And these are the references. And thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you, K. Datri.
Let us discuss what is cybercrime. Cybercrime is constructed as using a computer as a weapon or instrument. There are different types of cybercrimes. One is phishing scams, website spoofing, ransomware, malware, and IoT hacking. Cybercrimes in different states. Okay. Considered as 2021, Telangana has topped in the cybercrimes. We will check the daily life. Yearly, 6% of cybercrimes are increased yearly. In states of Uttar Pradesh and Karnataka, there decreases cybercrimes 20% and 24% respectively. The reasons for cybercrimes. We have different reasons. One is online frauds and computer frauds. In computer frauds, we have input fraud and data fraud, output fraud, and program fraud. Main reason for cybercrimes are communications. The telecommunication directives, security and confidentiality, traffic and building data, calling line, and directories, technical features. How to protect our data. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Gali Venkat Gopi.
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Muhammad Muzammil from Islamia College. I'm going to present my presentation on fundamentals of cryptography and its core algorithms. So let's start our presentation. So what is cryptography? So cryptography is the technique of securing information and communication through the use of codes, so that only those persons who have the security key, they can interact with your personal details. So it acts as the backbone of the internet. Without the cryptography, there will be no privacy and no security. So cryptography acts as the backbone of the internet. So we'll see how the cryptography implement in the internet. So just assume this is your plain text readable format. This will go to a cryptography algorithm which encrypts your data, and it generates a security key which will help us to decode the encrypted format. And with the help of security, we can decrypt the data, and the data will be visible in the plain text format. In this cryptography, we will focus on two main core algorithms, which is called the hashing algorithm. The hashing algorithm is a mathematical algorithm which converts your plain text into an hashed form, which is in the combination of numbers and letters. We'll assume that we are creating an Amazon account. You entering your login credentials. In that, your name and email address will be same, but your password will send to the hashing algorithm, and the hashing algorithm is generate a hashed form of your password, and the hashed form will be secured in the database. Let's see an example of hashing algorithm. This is your Instagram credentials, in which your email, name, and username will be same stored in the database, but your password will be saved in the hashed form. If the Instagram database compromised, then also your password will not get by the hacker. So here is a glitch, which means if you are using a common password like 1234 or password or welcome, there is a table called rainbow table in the internet, which holds the hashed form of commonly used passwords. Let's see the rainbow table. See, in this rainbow table, there are commonly used passwords, and at the right side, the hashed form of the password are displayed. So be careful while using your password. So if the rainbow table attack fails, the attacker will use a brute force attack, which means the brute force attack tries different combinations of your password for multiple attempts. It tries multiple times to crack your password. Just assume this is your original password, demo1@ig. Remember this will hide now. There is a software called GTR software. With the help of this software, the attacker can seek your password. Let's see how the attacker do this. See, it tries multiple attempts. If the try catch, then the access granted. This software, to avoid all this brute force attack, the company side is using an algorithm called salting algorithm. The salting algorithm is a type of algorithm that adds an extra secret string in between your input and extending the length of the original password. In this slide, the salt is ABC. Your password is 123. Then it's go to the salt algorithm. It generates a salted form. See, 1, 2, and the salted form is placed in between your password. And the salted form go to the hash algorithm. It generates a hashed function of the salted form, and that salted form is going to store in the database. Now, if your password is weak also, then the salt will help you out. Now, conclusion. To prevent these technical attacks like rainbow table attack or the brute force attack, the most secure way is to set up a multi-character password for all your internet services. How to make strong passwords? There are the 3 messages, which is increase your password length. By increasing your password length, that will increase your hashed form length. Using multi-character password. If you use multi-character password, then your hashed form and salting file will get more strength. Use 2-factor authentication, which means one is your password and another one is your OTP. By following all these security measures, your all credentials and privacy data will be secured over the internet. Thank you for this opportunity. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Thank you, Mohammed Muzabil. You may start your presentation.
Yeah, a very good afternoon to everyone. I am Asha Dipti Kobbari. At present, I am doing my undergraduate in Shalapati Institute of Engineering and Technology. First and foremost, today I am going to present my presentation on bionic eye, which is nothing but a ray of vision for blind people. And coming to the bionic eye, the bionic eye is an artificial eye which is used for the blind people or the people who are facing the problem with their retina. And there was a survey conducted by the International Agency of the Reservations in 2021. They said that 43 million people are suffering from the blind and 295 people are suffering from the eyesight all over the world. And before discussing about the bionic eye, let me discuss the context as you seen in the slide. Diseases related to the eye and artificial silicon retina, working of ASR, which is nothing but artificial silicon retina, and the bionic eye and components used. After completion of artificial silicon retina, we can discuss about the bionic eye. And this is the working principles of the human eye. The light will be transferred through the retina with the help of this lens. By the help of the lens, we can the image will be falls on retina. That retina will be send the information to the brain. This was the step-by-step formula which our eye works. As I said, the light from the object enters the eye, and it falls on the retina with the help of lens. After the retina and an inverted image is formed after the retina operation, that inverted images stimulates the light sensitivity cells to the produce image messages to the brain. And after that, this the main diseases which we are facing with the eye is retinitis pigmentosa and macular degeneration. These two are the major diseases we are facing with our eye. The retinitis pigmentosa is the disease which is nothing but the night blindness. And coming to the macular degeneration, it was the disease which is known as the blurred vision or low visibility of the image. As you see in the upper normal vision, the image is clearly visible. But coming to the age-related macular degeneration, basically it was happened in the child's. And coming to the artificial siliconic, with this help of artificial siliconic retina, we will overcome those two diseases. Up to that, the people who are facing the retina problems, this artificial siliconic retina will help them to visible properly with the help of this artificial silicon retina, which we can see in the image. And this is the working principles of the artificial silicon retina. And coming to the next slide, the image has shown the after inserting the artificial siliconic retina into our eye, we can see the images like this. This is the normal vision. This is the anticipated vision, which anticipated vision is nothing but the vision will be in the dotted ray. In the dotted form, we can see the images like in the blurred position. This anticipated vision is most commonly used in the bionic eye. And coming to the bionic eye, this is as you see in the column B, this is called the bionic eye. Bionic eye is nothing but a head gauge. Head gauge which is consisting a specs. There will be a camera inserted into the specs. Here we can see the video camera, right? It is the camera. It captures the videos and photos which are in our surroundings, and these photos and images can transfer to the VPN or VPU, which is nothing but, here you can see video process unit. This is the working of the bionic eye. This VPU converts the videos to the pixelated form, which is nothing but the pixelated form will transfer the idea or data to the brain with the help of the wireless transmission. This is the wireless transmission. You can see in a black color, that is the wireless transmission. With that wireless transmission, we can transfer the data to our brain. After the brain reached the data, it is in the form of chips. Each chip will be 9 mm. There are most probably 10 chips will be inserted into our brain, and with the chips we can visible the surroundings. Why? Because the chips will contains the electronic circuits, which is nothing but the electronic circuits that converts the wireless data into electrical pulse. Based on that pulse, the brain will be identify the surroundings in the pixelated form, which is not as I said earlier, pixelated form is nothing but the dotted form. This is the pixelated form. nothing but anticipated vision is nothing but the pixelated form. With that pixelated form of dots, the person who are blind or the person who is facing the optical nerve problems can see the image. They can sense the image and they can sense the vision properly. There will be some advantages and disadvantages too. Most probably it contain all advantages only. The disadvantages is the cost problem to obtain this technique. There it will be so much cost which cannot be affordable by the poor people. So as I conclude the presentation, I hope this system is actually developing the foreign countries. I hope this will come to our India as well as soon. And most probably this was invented by the author Larry, who was the famous electrocomputer engineering in the Western states. And he was a very talented person who invented this at the year 2021. In 2017 they invented the argue second way. In 2021 they are developing the argue third version. Argue third version is nothing but the bionic eye third version. At present they are developing the bionic eye of third version. In 2017 they developed the argue 2. Basically this argue 2 was helpful to the blind people and the people who are facing the problems with the retina. And hope we will get this technology to our country as well as soon. This technology will help the people who are blind and who are facing the problems with their retina. As we know, so many children by birth only they are not getting their visibility. To overcome this, the scientists invented this technique. To conclude, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Good afternoon to all. My name is Sayansi and I am from US Engineering College. And my project is railway bridge inspection using CNN. The key issue for railway bridge department has been examine and monitor the railway bridges since urbanizing is expanded. The expense of maintaining and railroad bridges, the cost is associated with people have been burdened on railway bridges. To ensure transport safety and concrete fracture detection is essential. For this, we have developed a CNN model for the crack detection, and we got 95% of detection accuracy. And we have used CNN algorithm for the development of the model. CNN algorithm is a deep learning algorithm used to identify the image comparing with the other related images or previous images. And in the image processing state, we have resized the image to the 224 by 224 size. And the problem is the railway department have been encountered problems associated with the damage of the bridges. We have developed a model to detect the cracks in the bridge. In previous years, there are many works on this project, and the whole summary is they made a web-based asset management tool for the inspectors of railways. And in the algorithm, we have used CNN and used 3 convolution layers and 3 pooling layers, and used relay activation function for in the layers.
Ayamsi, there is disturbance in your voice. Please sort it out.
Any questions?
Okay. Railway bridge inspection is using a CNN model detection the cracks in the image. The CNN model is trained with the image data set which is available in the GitHub. In the pre-processing state, the image will be resized to width and height of 224 by 224. And the processed data will be used to train the model. The input image will be processed. The input image will be given to the model and will get as output as shown in the figure. The dataset description is we have used 4,380 images, and in that we have used 3,726 cracked images and 1,100 non-cracked images. We have collected the dataset from the automated bridge crack detection using convolution neural networks. And this is the input image, and we have, and this is the output image. And our main focus is to detection of cracks. By this, inspection of the bridge will becomes easy and accurate. And thank you all.
Yeah, thank you, Sai Vamsi.
Ma'am, screen is visible?
Yeah, it is visible.
Yeah, okay, ma'am. A very good afternoon, everyone, and respected judges. So myself, I'm an entrepreneur. Currently, I'm pursuing 4th bachelor's in JNTU Gurujada Vijayanaram University College of Engineering, Vijayanaram, in stream of Information Technology in BTech Honors. So today we came with a presentation called the Data Management in IoT. So the IoT makes one of the era in upcoming years. Only with the IoT only, it completely makes one of the revolution. So how it is, we can take a look here. So guys, in my presentation, I include, so what is the introduction data in IoT, and next one is the types of data and some important definitions related to IoT, as well as the sources of data and data management and its applications, data collection, final the conclusion. So guys, come to introduction. IoT provides the convenience to the better lifestyle of the users. So the internal meaning of the sentence is, so what the work is done by human, it is mutually worked by a machine. So that means the IoT makes, like it provides a convenience to the people or the humans to increase the machine work as well as decrease the human work. Even instead of doing our work also, it's done by a machine by using this IoT technology. So our next one is it incorporates the technologies. It's mainly focused on the M2M as well as the M2C communication. Here we can go through mission-to-mission communication. Next one is the man-to-mission communication. So without knowing this communication we are doing, for example, if a person is going to take withdraw amount from the ATM, because we are the humans, but a mission ATM is not a human, it is a mission. But even we are entering some data and it retrieving, like entering our need of data, nothing but how much amount you need. So it automatically access the data and process, and it will be generate the money to us. So here, without knowing that communication, you are doing in daily life. That is the man-to-mission communication. And next one is the mission-to-mission communication. The mission-to-mission communication is focused on, for example, if you consider a mechanism, there is a one refrigerator as well as there is one mobile phone. For example, if you want the refrigerator on and off by using the mobile phone, we can directly communicate with by using IoT, by using the thermal sensor. So there are many of sensors available in IoT. So based on that sensor, we can directly communication with one electronic device to another electronic device. This communication is known as the mission-to-mission communication, and networking has sensors too. So one of the key success of IoT, so present why IoT is still there. So why IoT is become an era for the future. The main reason is it's completely on the big data analyticals, and it includes the future trends too. So big data is completely focused on IoT, because in IoT, we can store a large amount of data, but there is no borders to that, nothing but cloud. So according to that process, the data will be stored in a large area. So we can process it by using an IoT. So next one is the data in IoT, guys. So actually the data will be stored in IoT is a trillion bytes of data. Trillion bytes of data we can store. So the data will be generated from various mobiles. For example, in that mechanism already I said, For example, a mobile phone as well as the refrigerator. For example, if you pass on signal, it gets pass, and it gives the acknowledgement too. The refrigerator is on. So here, such type of data will be stored in a trillions of bytes. Just assume, guys, how it will be, right? So, and it gets to from vehicles. Vehicles means like a smart mobility. From the smart mobility, we have to provide smart transportation. So for that, we have to provide the vehicles as well as the smart cities too. So in these areas, the data will be generated. So next one is types of data in IoT. So guys, actually the data of in IoT is completely classified into two types. One is the low level data. Next one is high level data. Low level data is known as the raw data, that is original data. And high level data is nothing but an original data, processed data. So unprocessed data is known as the original data. So guys, next one is the properties of data in IoT. So first one is the polymorphism and next one is the heterogeneity. So polymorphism means support multiple devices. Nothing but, for example, here I am using mobile phone for the operate a refrigerator. So instead of mobile phone, I use tablet or device, anything. So that is nothing but a polymorphism. Next one is the heterogeneity. Heterogeneity means here source and destination not belongs to same category. Like here is the mobile phone, here is the mobile phone, not belongs to mobile phone category. Here is a refrigerator electronic device, here is a mobile phone electronic device. We can communicate. That is a mission-to-mission communication already discussed. So that is nothing but an heterogeneity it provides. That is one of the property. Next one is the massive scale here. So massive scale means it provides a large amount of data and it can store the large amount of data and process the data and provide the accurate and exact solution from the massive scale. That is the massive scale. So next one is the semantic is nothing but here the source device and destination device. For example, here destination device, same like there is another device. But here this device is passed the signal to this device. This device only accesses that signal, not that device. So here we have to check it. There is a rich semantic. Semantic is nothing but a communication or a connection between the two devices. So next one is timelines. So timelines within fractional seconds we can complete within like IoT process. So next one is guys sources of data. So sources of data we can get in by RFID. Already I said this mechanism, mobile phone as well as refrigerator. So how these two are communicating by using the RFID, nothing but like these devices we can make. First one is RFID. RFID is well known everything, radio frequency identification device. So here is a transponder. So this provides the tag will be attached to the device where we want. For example, if we want refrigerator electronic device, so we can tag that attach that tag to that fridge. And that computer is our mobile phone. We can directly access like via signals. It is in a wireless communication. Next one is address ID. So I think it's well off. So IP address means internet protocol address. So here we have to provide IPv6 as well as the IPv4 address. So this is the classification. Next one is the physical models. So guys, data mining plays a key role as well as the data analyticals too. So because the digging of data, like already we see one of the property of an IoT is a massive scale. So in massive scale, we have to store more amount of data. So suppose you have to want particular data, the data mining, nothing but these physical models will help you. So next one is the sensors. Without sensor, IoT is not work. So sensor will be must and should. So sensor means it provides the communication between two devices wirelessly. So here the descriptive data. So we can go through in next slide about the descriptive analyticals. So guys, this is the IoT environmental data will already possessed in a state of Andhra Pradesh, in city of Vijayawada as well as Machilipatnam. Machilipatnam they started in beach, like in tower. I think there is one small story regards that, so we can take a look. So just if we have time, just go through Google and see the about source of data and the IoT mechanism in Machilipatnam. You can try, you can see. So next one is historical data. So we can get the data from database, nothing but the data mining from the massive scale. So guys, finally the data management. So still now we are taking a look on about the small related to what is an IoT as well as the sources. Here we have to take a look on the data management. The data management is done by 4 steps. One is the data collection, administration, processing, and communication. So these 4 steps are made cyclic rotatorily. So first step is we have to make the data collection. So data collection, for example, if you want to this device to this device communication, first I need to collect the data. So nothing but, for example, I need this mobile phone as well as this refrigerator, along with what sensors, what type of source we need, as well as what type of sensor we need, as well as what are the properties we have to include that. So all of them should be clearly in data collection. And next step is the data, like here we can see smartphones or directory services. So next one is data administration. Data administration, first we have to collect the data, we have to clean the data. So the data will be cleaned by using pre-processing techniques. So next one is the feasibility model. So feasibility model means the data will be arranged in a table format in SQL or no SQL. So next one is we have to provide the indexing for the particular data for easily access. So next step is the data processing. In the data processing, it completely depends on the three principles. First one is access control, authentication, and authorization. So the first step is nothing but the authentication. Authentication means nothing but permission. Authorization means I can allow. So and next one is access control. If I give permission, for example, I want to say the difference between authentication and authorization. Authentication is, for example, if you want to go to your class, respective class, you are stand in front of your class when your lecturer is see, that is the authentication. For example, if he give permission to go to class, that permission itself, only the permission, that is the authorization. If we go to class, that is your access control, right? So that is the data processing. In software field also, it's going like this. And query optimization means, for example, if you process a query, that will be going in a step-by-step manner, like in this manner. So like first query optimization. Optimization means the best solution, guys. Best solution. Optimization means best solution. So next one is data aggregation. Data aggregation means, so already the data will be stored in a table format that we have to extract and make that clean. And next we have to confirm nothing but, for example, if there is a large data, but we need only small data, like table. So that's why we can make remove the data, nothing but the cleaning process, and we have to confirm the data. And next we transform, and next we load to our database and just go through destination device. So guys, these four steps is done in between the source device and destination device in between process. So next one is the barriers of data collection. So guys, the barriers of data collection is there is some obstacles, nothing but we didn't say it is a mistakes of an IoT, but barriers means it is some of the obstacles. So there are three barriers are there. One is the quality and efficiency. Next one is massive volume data. Next one is security. Quality and efficiency. So the main reason of these three properties is, for example, there is a lots of data, guys. So in the data, for example, already we see trillions of data. For example, if we need particular data, maybe there is a chance. Barrier means that self. Barrier means maybe that chance there is loss the security via hacking. Or for example, there is a size of 1 billion data size space, but we are storing that 1 trillion data. That is not possible. So it is a massive scale volume of data. Maybe these are the obstacles. Obstacles means maybe it happened, maybe, not sure, maybe. So and maybe when the process of, if there is no security, automatically the quality and efficiency also decreases. So next one is some of the raised issues. Like your blind spots. Blind spots means maybe. So they identify maybe if there is a blind spots, nothing but loopholes, nothing but for the hackers, we can say it is a loopholes. And massive and heterogeneity and security and privacy, already we discussed that. So finally, guys, the communication we can provide with offline, online. So Wi-Fi wireless fidelity. I think you are well aware of Wi-Fi as well as the Bluetooth too, and Zigbee. So Zigbee plays a key role wireless communication in IoT network mostly. So several low power consumption technologies like Bluetooth, RFID, and near field communication, NFC, near field communication. So these are completely focused on communicating the two or more devices. So guys, finally, applications, Epic Government CM dashboard, Gnanaboom application, and next e-governance, and the safety, come to safety side, license plate identification, health monitoring system, and next manufacturing, food quality supervision. So these are completely going on automation. How it goes to automation is completely depends on IoT. So guys, finally, I conclude that at my present, so daily up to 2023 years, up to this year, so many other 50 plus billions will be connected in internet, because everything should be in automation. For example, if we see, look in Bangalore as well as the Hyderabad, smart cities as well as the smart boats also will come. Today news I saw in Bangalore. Like how it is, for example, if you go to some hill mountain states, for example, if you want to go from one mountain to another mountain, there is a one bucket, then go. Likewise, they started a air car. They named you air car. So which is started. How it will be gone? So it completely depends on the technology which we have. So there is an IoT. Based on IoT, we can do all these things. So according to the policy of 2016 to 2020 of Andhra Pradesh, it's make everything should be in an IoT. So guys, any queries?
Thank you, Chandrasekhar.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you.
Sai Nikita Kanmuri, I made you the co-host. Please start your presentation. Sai Nikita Kanmuri, you are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Hello. Am I
Yes.
audible?
Yeah, you are audible. Please continue.
Is my screen sharing?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Hello, dear Dreammates and Team Dreamstar. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sai Nikita Kanumuri, and my co-team member is Venkatra. Today, my paper presentation is based on the topic Gestalt Principles for Data Visualization. Here, first, we want to know the meaning of Gestalts. Gestalts mean an unified whole. It is an organized whole that is perceived as more than sum of its parts. Here we can say that a whole is greater than the sum of its parts. This sentence you might heard this sentence anymore. Gestalt principles are the rules that describes how the human eye perceives the visual elements. And what is data visualization? Data visualization is the representation of information in the form of chart, diagram, picture, etc. And we can say that data visualization is not just about transferring data into understandable and good-looking charts. To become good in data visualization, we require the acquisition of fundamental knowledge. Next, we move to another slide. Gestalt principles are the principles of human perception that describe how humans group similar elements, recognize patterns, and simplify complex images when we perceive objects. It means Gestalt principles means how our brain. Gestalt principles are the principles which are used for how our brain visualize the data. We have several principles in the Gestalt principles of data visualization. They are proximity, similarity, enclosure, closure, continuity, and connection. First, we move to the proximity. Proximity is nothing but nearness or closeness. To go into the depth, we move to another slide as an example. See, in this example, we have objects which are very, very closer. We have two objects which are very, very closer, and white space is included in between them. Here, the nearer the objects, our mind think how nearer the objects we think, they belongs to the same group. That is called proximity. The nearer the objects to each other, the more we logically think that these objects belong to the same group. This is, if we want to see the data together, this is proximity is the simplest way to describe. All we need is enough white space to separate from other data that surrounds them. Here, in example, we can see the example. We can see that two objects are placed. This one belongs to the one group, and this one belongs to the another group. And in daily cases, we will see that our houses are attached in a row, and we get more closer to our neighbors. That is the daily based example of a proximity. Next, we go to another slide, similarity. Similarity means if you have same color, same size, same shape, and orientation belongs to the same group, right? The tendency of how we group things according to these factors or attributes are also part of Gestalt principles. If we belong to the same color, same size, the same height, our brain thinks that it belongs to the same group. See in this example, in this slide, green color belongs to one group and blue color belongs to one group. And we can see another one also. Here, all green color boxes belongs to one group. Similarity means here same group means same color or same size. Next, enclosure. Enclosure means a group of objects that enclosed by anything that forms a visual border around them. We can understand by this example. Here, in this 6 objects, our background region is
enclosure by a color. So these 6 belongs to a similar group. This principle is exhibited frequently in the use of borders and fill colors or shading in tables and graphs to group information and set it apart. In this, we should be aware of that it does not take a strong enclosure such as bright, thick lines and dominant colors to create a strong perception of grouping. And we can see in this an example. In this India map, we will see that red color belongs to one group and yellow color belongs to one group, green color belongs to one group, and etc. Next principle, closure. Closure means if we see any picture, see this picture. In this picture, we will see a circle with a gap, but our brain assumes that it is a circle. Closure means that only. Our eyes tend to add any missing pieces of familiar shape. We add missing pieces, and we conclude that it is a circle or any shape. When faced with ambiguous objects, that seems to be an incomplete, open, and in an unusual form. See, next principle is continuity. Here, we perceive objects as belonging together as a part of single whole. We see the example and we can understand. Here, red color dots are continuous, and this red color dots belongs to one group, and black color dots belongs to one group. We see that, for example, in a pivoted table, according to data visualization, in a pivoted table or matrix table, it is obvious which groups belongs to the subgroup when the hierarchy is expanded. We can see the groupings without the need for vertical grid lines to delineate them. Make the groupings distinguish easily. And the last principle is connection. Here, connection plays an important role. It supersedes, it replaces the principles of proximity and similarity in terms of visual grouping. The principle of connection is especially useful for trying together non-quantitative data. For example, to represent relationships between steps. If we have a process, we will have steps in it, and we will have connection between the steps, before step and after step. Previous step and after step, we will be the connection. If you see this slide, we can understand the example of it. Here, connection is more important because it will be stronger. And the conclusion is, the real purpose behind Gestalt principles is that we really understand how we perceive information. As we have seen, these principles are powerful, and when applied correctly and logically, can deliver the right and intended effect to our audience from our data visualization. Overall, Gestalt principles will help us data how our brain will see. Gestalt principles will be helpful for that. If you want to do data visualization, Gestalt principles are definitely applied. Thank you. You may ask any queries if there.
Thank you, Sai Nikita Kanumuri.
And my topic is on robotics. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, you are audible. Please continue.
Robotics is a branch of engineering that involves the concept, design, manufacture, and operation of robots. The objective of the robotics field is to create intelligent machines that can assist humans in a variety of ways. This field overlaps with electronics, computer science, artificial intelligence, mechatronics, and nanotechnology and bioengineering. The history of the robotics is the term robotics is an extension of the word robot. One of its first users came from sci-fi writer Karel Capek, who used the word in his play. However, it is a science fiction author, Isaac Asimov, who has been given credit for being the first person to use the term in 1940s by Oxford English Dictionary. Robotics are designed as man-made mechanical devices whose motion must be modeled, planned, sensed, actuated, and controlled.
whose motion behavior can be influenced by programming. The laws of robotics must never harm human beings. Robots must follow instructions from humans without violating Rule 1. Robots must present themselves without violating the other rules. The types of robots are we are using the industrial robots, domestic or household robots, medical robots, service robots, military robots, entertainment robots, space, hobby, and competition robots. Some applications of the robotics are home electronics, computer science, exploration, space mission or underwater exploration, medical assistant, data science, artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, and industrial application like assembly, painting, welding, and home help applications. We are using the aerospace also. Some advantages of the robotics are the perform each task with speed and accuracy, give us information that we can't, don't get bored, can work in dangerous and hazardous environment, multitasking, consistency, perfection, job creation, productivity, and don't need experience. Some disadvantages of the robotics are it is very costly for maintenance, high initial investment, expertise can be scared, technology limitations, and it is very dangerous for human beings also. Thank you, ma'am, for giving this wonderful opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you, Pravalika Challa.
Of SP Data Science, Anurag University. So our problem statement is, what we have done is, for the mining workers, we have designed a watch. You can say a watch which works on the sweat sensors. These sweat sensors, we have chosen this because we have found some errors in the results obtained from the EEG and the ECG sensors. So our problem statement is basically for the mining workers who are exposed to many of the many accidents, we can say, accidents and hazardous conditions. For them, we have designed an effective accident prediction method. So for our method can be applicable to all the fields of people, like even for the doctors, even for the soldiers. And our proposed solution is we are going to use the sweat sensors instead of the normal EEG and the ECG sensors which are available in the market. In the sweat sensor mechanism, we are going to actually embed these sweat sensors to the garments of the mining workers, or to the garments of the any we can say any people. By this, we can get the sweat elements of the people. By the sweat elements, which contains the ammonia, potassium, sodium, creatinine. By counting the values of these variables, these minerals present in the sweat, we can actually determine whether the person is perfectly fit or not. So for this, we have taken this proposal of sweat sensors, and in the case of also sweat not being generated, then we are going to activate the SpO2 sensor, which is going to be linked to the sweat sensor. SpO2 sensor measures the absorption of the oxygen present in the blood, which the output of which we get as a R graph. So depending upon the values of the R graph generated, we can determine the absorption of the oxygen, that is whether the person is able to take in the oxygen up to the correct amount or not when the sweat is not generated. So we have worked on both the mechanisms. So you can see, as this is the sweat sensors, this is the red color part is the sweat sensor, which contains the electrodes and which gives us the different elements of the sweat: the potassium, the sodium content, the amino acids, the creatinine, etc. The green color part, which is present on to the right, is actually the Arduino part, which gives us the software value, which gives us the values in the digital system, the values which are generated. Then the other parts are all the connections. So why we have chosen the sweat sensors is because we have found many errors in the values given by the EEG and the ECG sensors. So by using the sweat sensors, we have actually predicted the accurate values and also very precise values. And also the sweat sensors are very much cost optimizable in the market. They can be they need to be manufactured, but at a very less cost when compared to the EEG and the ECG sensors. They can be made with a low cost, and that is why we have chosen this sweat sensors. Now, this is a SpO2 sensor mechanism wherein it gives us the result of the amount of oxygen present in the sweat, amount of oxygen uh, uh, present in the body. In the case of sweat not being generated, then this SpO2 sensor gets activated and gives us the R graph. And depending upon the values of the R graph, you can exactly determine the amount of oxygen present in the blood, blood of the person. And in that result, we can deploy it to a machine learning algorithm of random forest, wherein we can determine 0 for no stress and 1 for high stress. So as you can see, this is the sweat sensor model. The first is the hardware components of the GSR sensor, that is the galvanic skin response sensor. In the hardware, we are going to use the ATmega 823 or ATmega AVR. Depends upon the cost, we can say. Then according to the software, we will choose the Arduino integrated development environment. And for the SpO2 sensor mechanism, we are going to use the MATLAB, wherein we are going to get the R graph. And depending upon the values generated, we can deploy to a machine learning algorithm, of and then we can determine the values of this stress. If there is no stress, then we are going to determine it by 0, for low stress 1, and for high stress 2. Depending upon these values, the values will be given to the LED. So the LED, we can say in the LED, for 0, red will be buzzed. For the for 0, red alarm will be buzzed for when the stress is 0. Partial red will be buzzed when the stress is 1, and green will be buzzed when the stress is 2. So this is the machine learning algorithm, that is a stress detection algorithm. The input values are the skin temperature and the electrothermal activity, which we are going to get from the Arduino. The Arduino will in turn take the values from the sweat sensors. So from there, we are going to get the values, and then we are going to give it to the machine learning algorithm of random forest. Random forest is the algorithm which we have used. And then actually we will feed the input values, and depending upon these input values, we are getting 48 different features. So 48 different features, we are going to again classify them as 0, 1, and 2. And depending upon these stress values, we are going to give it to the LED alarm, which will buzz as a red or green. So this is the efforts, like till the machine learning algorithm we have come, and we'll we are at the verge of our paper paper publishing. And let me share our paper. So this work So this is our paper in which I was guided by our the Professor Dr. Mohammed Nazir, in which we have done the overall survey and also all the background details. This is the introduction, the literature survey, the methodology of a sweat sensor mechanism, the exact mechanism of the sweat sensors, the sensor manufacturing method, and that is the stress detection algorithm which we have used. Then the haptic feedback motors. There will get the result as 0, 1, or 2, and the different components of the deployment of water or sweat, and the color detection. At last, depending upon the values generated by the stress detection algorithm, we are going to classify them as high stress or low stress. So depending upon that, we'll get the LED alarm. So the normal value, so the whatever values we get from the sweat, they will be compared with the standard normal values. And then that is our work. So this is our work. Thank you, everyone. Any queries?
Thank you, Talluri Varun.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Now, today my topic is smart irrigation system using IoT. Now, what is irrigation system? To supply the water in a regular interval of time. It's called an irrigation. Now, different type. Now, differ from the crops to the next, from the soil, and next, and from the next season to the next. Now, in this irrigation system, there are two methods are used. First one, traditional method of irrigation, and second is modern method of irrigation. Now, the modern method of irrigations are there in two types: sprinkle system and drip irrigation. Now, all the farmers are highly using borewell irrigation system because they don't know how to use drip irrigation in small sprinkle irrigation system. In olden days, farmers are highly used borewells. Rain days also using the system. The main disadvantage of borewell irrigation is the wastage of water. The 70% of water is used to farmers. First, 40% of loss their environment due to the poor irrigation system. Now, it required more time and it required more energy because they spend more time to their irrigation system. Now, coming to the spraying irrigation system, sprinkle spray method is applying the water to control the manner in the similar to the rainfall. It looks like rainfall. Now, sprinkle water is used in United States in 2015. The irrigation of the first major uses of water through the world in their United States year 2015. The irrigation withdrawals vary an estimated 118,000 the millions of gallons per day. Now, what is drip irrigation? Drip irrigation is the most efficient water nutrients to deliver a system of growing crops. It delivers the water nutrients different to the plants, fruits, zones in the right amount of the right time. So each plant gets exactly what it needs to grow optimally. For the drip irrigation, the farmers can produce high yields that is while saving the water, as well as fertilization, energy, and even production there. How do farmers prefer the irrigation system? Highly considered quality of yields, huggy water saving, 100% land utilizing drip irrigation formally and properly and soil type. Energy saving, efficiency use of fertilizers across India, less dependency on weather and weather stability. Now, the major benefits of drip irrigation is to prevent the diseases from minimizing the water contact with the leaves, stems, and fruits plants. Allow the rows between the plants remaining dry, improving the action and reducing the growth. It is used to save the money, save time, and wastages. And we can use it to decrease the labors and increase in efficiency on even on ground. Now coming to their IoT, the Internet of Things is used to connect their to exchange the data with their other hand system over the internet. It is a mission to man to mission and mission to mission. The growth of the IoT and smart home devices are closely linked with rapid voice-enabled smart speakers and voice assistant in the variety of products. Currently, there are 4.2 billion voices are used worldwide, and the number of voices to continue with the growth. 5 elements of voice assistant and IoT, which choice of connectivity, connecting to the other devices, conversation of AI for natural voice, user interface, specify the content domains and properties of our agent, branded identity and distributed voice assistant. Now, the IoT was used on their smartphone. When the networking the physical device to refer they connected the device and the smart devices. The major components are used in there to connect their IoT. Andreum is the open source platform based on easy to hardware and software. Android hardware is Android. The Android board designed a variety of microprocessor controls in the system. It is used to read their inputs like lights on a sensor, to twitter their message and turn on of the output, the accurate of a model, to turning a lead. This is a software, Android software, how it works. The ID integrated development of an model. It uses when the check the condition writing the sketches, the program written using Android software, it is called as sketches. Uploading the compile to code, uploading the configure board, new and save several monitors files, etc. When the C code is converted into binary file and binary file converted to bootloader. Another microprocessor, another chip is also used. The smart irrigation automation irrigation system is Node ESP28. The agriculture plays a crucial role in the development of agriculture countries. Some issues connecting the agriculture has been always trying to develop of their country. Consequently, this is the one solution to problem the smart agriculture to modelizing and the current traditional method for the agriculture. Now, how to control the Windows application. The Windows application is installed in your smartphones or tablets and computers. Now, you given the command on or off your motor through this GSM shield boot. It is used to control to communicate the devices. Used to communicate the mobiles. GSM supports the outgoing and incoming voice calls, simple messages, SMS or text, and the data communication. It is used to communicate the smartphones, etc. The computers. Now, Raspberry Pi 3. It is a small and powerful and lightweight microphone which can do many things that a desktop PC can do. The world people use Raspberry to learn their programming skills to build their hardware projects. It is the main part. It like a brain. Now, relay switch. It is used the switch open and close the motor based on commands of Android. It is a basic relay. There are 3 contractors: normally open, normally close, and common. Submersible motor pump. It is used to pumping the water lifting. The motor is connected to Raspberry via Android. How the system works. Now you can log in their username and password and give their command on or off in your application. When the motor is, if you want water is on, you can command type there on. If you want to stop, you can type there off. Step 2. The IoT platform collect the data and send out and log the data to the GSM shield. GSM shield is connected to the Raspberry and to the command on or off to compress. This is the connection microcomputer. RF is just like a main control of the system to convert analog log data to digital form. This is a circuit, how to connect the device. When the voice assistant or mobile phone to connect the node EMCC 8266. The major advantages is the smart irrigation system uses user-friendly platform to learn and enhance your skills about a smart watering system. It can provide high accuracy water supply and avoiding the water usage. Due to automatical handling, the user is equal to less manpower. It is used to reduce the short circuit from the farmers. It helps to produce the quality of crops and improve the economic condition, the efficiency and save their time, increasing their productivity. The conclusion is the IoT agriculture tends to evolve as you can see the benefits of facilities and generate produce worked in their field to run more efficiency and quickly with their less resource. Now the feature is you can provide high accuracy of water supply and avoiding the water wastage with automatical handling, and the requires less manpower with the help of the sensors. We can control the temperature, humidity, and solar radiation through the sensors. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Sveteja Chari Jayavarapu.
Yes, I'm here. Good afternoon to panel members and fellow team members. I'm Hemant. Today my topic is NFT banking. In this presentation, I will tell you about how we can use NFTs in banking industry. Okay, the business opportunity or need is mentioned here. The main business opportunity we can grab with NFTs in banking industries is banking industries are a bit time-taking process. While if we consider like transactions over the seas, like if we want to make a transaction from one country to another country, it will take time like 2 or 3 business working days. If we use blockchain in that, it will be completed in within 5 minutes for the time. We can use NFTs we can use the potential of NFTs in banking in more efficiently in banking sector, such as using streamlining and automating the trading processes and increasing transparency, and by reducing the risk of fraud. It is a major business problem and opportunity. And next, what is the unmet need does it serve is it is an automated process, but that means we don't have to go any offline processes and not meet any not to do anything in offline. It will be automated by smart contracts which are built in and defined in the blockchain technology, blockchain platform. And the next thing, why do we need this? Why do we address this problem need? It is important for the banking industry to implement more efficient and transparent way to trade financial instruments, to increase profits and reduce costs and enhance overall customers' experience. That's why we need to address this problem. And next, what are the target segments? What value will the idea or solution for the target segment? It will streamline and automate the trading process. Means it will simplify the user interaction and back-end process and increase transparency. By increasing transparency, customers will build trust and increase trust in the system, reducing cost. It will reduce the cost because no manual interaction will be done. And next over to market potential. What is the market for the NFTs in banking industry will be described here. The first, who are the intended customers for this concept? there are a lot of customers. There are a lot of internet customers for this. For example, the traders and there are some individual traders or organizations who want to trade as stocks or digital assets or financial assets. Can be used. Can we try this in blockchain technology? It will be more efficient in trading these and using NFTs. Next, what is the market size? We can't determine the market size as it is extremely new to the market, and NFTs are introduced more recently, so we can't determine the accurate market size, but it's growing day by day, so we can hope it will increase gradually in market size. And next, market growth. As I mentioned, NFTs are gaining potential, gaining hopes and trust. It will grow grow in the market all potentially and exponentially in the future. Next, solution details. How we can implement NFTs in the banking sector. First, the solution is we have to create a blockchain platform that uses that can be used to trade the digital assets like digital gold and digital security like bonds and derivatives and virtual debit cards, insurance, and etc. First thing is the platform development. The platform development includes the blockchain, selecting the blockchain technology, which blockchain we have to consider. In this blockchain platform development includes that, and integrating the blockchain. In the blockchain technology, we use some functions like we use smart contracts. Smart contracts are like a block of code or functions. They will automate the process. When the smart contract is triggered, the actions will be performed. So the smart contracts will be integrated in the blockchain, and then building the user interfaces. User interfaces are the front end for a front end for the website or the mobile interfaces, etc. They are usually interact with the customers. And next, asset management. Asset management includes what type of products will be included in the platform, such as a digital gold or insurances or virtual debit cards like this. And security. What is the security implementation that's needed by the platform itself? In the community building. Community building includes the customer base and the users of the community. And next, what are the key differentiators of the solution? It includes the main features of the solution, such as security, efficiency, scalability, and user experience, etc. The security means here NFTs provides a secure and transparent way, as they belongs to a blockchain technology. They are more secure and transparent than any other in the market. Efficiency, the smart contracts makes the process more efficient by automating and simplifying the processes. Scalability, we can scale up and scale down the platform at any range because it is a blockchain derivative. And time to market is when the platform is come to the market. It is we can't say now because it's fresh and new to the market. We hope it will gain more potential in the future. User experiences, it means the front end. The user experience will be the fluent and more efficient. The only needed features will be displayed for the user and not needed things. Cost is the most differentiating factor, because in companies everything related to the cost is matters. So blockchain reduces the cost per the transaction it receives. The unique features is every product will be represented as a unique digital asset. it will have its own token and represented by an NFT, and it is based on blockchain. We can use the potential power of blockchain by using the blockchain technology. And trading via cryptocurrency, we are using blockchain for long period by cryptocurrencies for trading. It's not new thing, and they are performing very well. Wide variety. We can introduce wide variety of digital assets in the NFTs by using the potential of blockchain technology. Next, we are here we're describing a simple use case scenario. Firstly, a blockchain platform will be developed, and it will be accessed by both banks and customers. Banks implement a trading platform by displaying their products, and then customers can place an order or sell or buy an assets using the trading platform. The transaction will be executed by the by the servers behind the blockchain by the bank, and after that the record will be stored to the blockchain platform. It is a simple use case scenario we described here. And then a detailed solution or demo implementation. First thing, choosing a blockchain platform. There are many blockchain platforms such as Ethereum or Solanium, etc. Ethereum is efficient and recently hyped blockchain. Nextly, developing smart contracts. Smart contracts are the block of code or functions, as I mentioned earlier. These smart contracts would need to handle functions to maintain new NFTs and manage ownership of the NFTs. Okay, and these smart contracts will be integrated to the blockchain when the deploying the smart contracts is performed. Next, building the interfaces, building the user interfaces for the customers and the clients to interact with the platform. And integration and compliance includes the risk and means integration means the integrating the products of the here the bank's products will be integrated to the blockchain platform. Here we can buy and trade these assets with the user interfaces build above. And testing and deployment phase, here we test the overall functionality of the website and the application, and it will be sent to the pilot testing phase. And next, the future readiness. Here is a solution roadmap for the entire path. First includes research and development. This process, in this step, we will conduct a research and development to determine what is the potential benefits of using NFTs in the banking industry. This involves working with industry experts with the banking and NFTs, blockchain developers. And then platform development. The platform development includes the blockchain technology and integrating the smart contracts, and making an feasible infrastructure readiness to the build and next things. And next, asset selection. What are the projects that can be included in the form of NFTs in the blockchain platform? And then trading platform development. Trading platform development includes the creating NFTs and minting the NFTs. Minting is a process where the NFTs are deployed to the platform for the trade. And then changing the ownerships and storing the records into the blockchain. All these things included in the trading platform development. And the pilot program is the testing phase for the entire marketplace. And then these NFTs can be used in other industries as well. There are real estate and music and entertainment and gaming industries. It can be replicated in these industries. In real estate NFTs can be used to represent a land as a digital form, which can be used to change the ownership using tokens, which will be given by the blockchain platform. As it is transparent way, so it will become more trusty way to use these NFTs in real estate. And music and entertainment is also using these days. The artworks and collectibles and music are placing in the markets like OpenSea to change to trade or changing the ownership of that, etc. And gaming industry is a popular one among those, because gaming is relatively new and having more potential. It will use NFTs more proficient way. That's it from my side. Thanking you.
Thank you.
And the next one is for introduction, and it is for COVID-19 disease pandemic emerged in Wuhan, China, 2019, and to propose the deep learning framework that for automatic detection COVID-19 X-ray images. And this nowadays modify for the CNN network is for study and significantly for the improved detection of COVID-19. And we have implemented 3 different binary classifications with our 4 classes for COVID-19, normal, healthy, and pneumonia. And the next one is for objective is for to prevent spreading among people. There are the limited test kits nowadays that are available in hospitals, increasing cases, and neural network based models, and imaginary database that has been used for the detection of COVID-19. And the next one is for contribution of the work. The detection of COVID-19 for the pneumonia infected patient using chest X-ray for the radiographs and ROC analysis main thing used, and cross validation that are used. And the next one is for literature survey. These are the I am author of the name for COVID-19 to the machine learning methods and deep learning methods for the year and IEEE Journal of Atomica Sinica to March 2020, and deep learning system to screen COVID-19 2019 for the Jan Elzong International Journal of Computer Information System and Industrial Management Application for April 2002. And the cost and the scope of the project for overall performance of my accuracy improve for the comparison other tests for antigen test and rapid test and RT-PCR. These are the tests. And next one is for need for the current study. The main problem of our study is for training of deep learning models that are used for in order to overcome the problem we have used to deep transfer learning models. If we more data in the upcoming days, we have to improve the different models for deep learning and machine learning, and a different way how to approach this. And tools that are used for MATLAB, Motorola, and the IDE software that are used, and Windows 8, 10 supported, and hardware tools for processor and speed that are 3.06 GHz and 4 GB RAM, and Logitech mouse and Intel Argo. These are the hardware parts of the internal, and flow diagram for the chest X-ray images, and load pre-trained models, and training base, and COVID-19. These are the 4 binary classification, 3-fold crash validation. These are the overall structure of my my BD. And the next one is for description set that are used for mainly used in GitHub repository. This is main for at a time 15 at a time millions of images chest X-ray uploaded, and shortly timing on the result is declared. And the training models that are used for deep learning approaches used in the data analysis of the technique that can be used for MRI and deep learning models. And the training base, there are 3 models used and accuracy improved for database that are used for ImageNet, CRONet. These are the database software that are used in the training phase. And the methodology is for CNN is for the detection of X-ray image. For the internal, send the patient image and the internal process hiding the details and deliver the proper output of the result analysis. So these are the 4 stages: normal, COVID-19, pneumonia, and viral pneumonia. And the blocks of CNN, it is for patient images uploaded, and a layer for convolution and pooling layer. These are the internal hiding details for H1, HL1, and a proper delivering for the patient output result, whether the COVID-19 are affected or not, or normal or pneumonia. These are the next one is for CNN layer. And these are the main thing for pixel image that can be for a 3x3 matrix rows and columns that are for transform the input to the deliver output. And the next one is for conversion layer. It is for activation map that are generated in the based on the number of input to the output for image extraction purposes. And pooling layer, that is a size of the image that can be reduced. And fully connected layer, it's for the generally kernel. It means for output of the filter that can be used for reducing the noise level. And the next one is for these are the input X-ray images and noise filter reducing. And these are the procedure of the patient uploaded them before affected and after delivering the output images. These are the processing for convolution and sampling and round robin process. These are the and the main thing for using ImageNet database that are used for a lot of database created, and after store the billions of images used in GitHub repository. And these are the model that can be RT-PCR justice comparison restricting for the quick response, but delaying the result for reducing infection to decreasing contact between the patient and the specialist. Antigen test is for immediate result, but not accurately. For these are the performance test analysis total that are used for TPTN, true positive, true negative, and precision. And precision measure the relevant result, and recall and sensitivity factor and the CNN model. These are the percentage of the overall patient accuracies perform calculation. And these are the output images for the patient, and first chest input and gray image, and the next one is for median filter. It is for the filter and removing the noise. This is for thinning condition image. It is for outer part of the patient images. And the next one is for it is for coloring purpose, and filter result using Gaussian noise removing and region based detect image in a particular patient affected the region that are images that can be cropped. And the patch images, it's for matrix format for rows and column to crop the images and upload the particular size of the images for sampling. And also it is for fully connected, this is fully body of the images. And these are the overall X-ray image stages. This X-ray image stage, I am uploaded this four images at a time, but the result are patient images only for normal stages. So finally, the patient is not affected by COVID-19 virus. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Dhanush. Next one, LMV. Are you ready?
A brain-machine interface platform with thousands of channels. Brain-machine is a device that translates neural information into command that is capable of controlling external software or hardware such as a computer or robotic arm. And Neuralink is an American Neurotechnology Corporation, and this was established by Elon Musk. This is a high-profile neuralist from various universities which is related to artificial intelligence. Mind has different capability like adaptable, apply new knowledge, change behavior, think new ideas, think out of box, and even our brain have a capability of mobility, sensory activity. All our activities are controlled by our brain. Neural link refers to brain ability to perform activity, to learn quickly and easy to think, etc. Neurologic is a link between brain and computer. The chip is placed in brain, which is an intermediate between brain and computer. Here the computer or internet can be brain as well as vice versa. There are two types of chips used in this neural link, where one is invasive and another is non-invasive. Invasive chip is placed inside the brain using surgery, and non-invasive is placed on the skull for communication with an environment for a physically challenged person. This chip has a capability to communicate with an environment. We are well known with Stephen Hawking. He's a physically challenged person, and the first brain-machine interface was introduced on here. The like chip, which is invasive or non-invasive chips, are placed on the person's brain who are physically unchallenged. The information from that brain, however, the person who are trying to communicate with the environment send an information, and from that they will get and respond. Like artificial intelligence, yes. Our ear is machine that convert air vibration into electrical impulse. The best implant for an artificial ear is cochlear implant, is like a device with microphone which is placed near to the ear, which will convert air vibration into electrical impulse. The electrodes are placed on the cochlea. The electrode will convert these air vibration into electrical impulse. It is an artificial technology in eye. This is artificial eye is used for blind person. This artificial eye can be mostly used for resource person. This artificial eye can capture the image, store the image, and the image captured can be converted to the brain signal into the command. This artificial signal, like this artificial eye, can also used for capturing and storing the images. There is an artificial pacemaker which is placed in the skull, which gives an information like increasing order. The change in electrical activity of the neuron is translated into an electrical impulse that converts the mouse pointer on the capture screen. Like nowadays, we are using an app to control our brain for the physically challenged person. This app can be controlled by themselves as well as the person who are very mentally strong. And these are the output waveform which is obtained from this device. At past, we are for finding some person or for finding and some for an physically challenged person, we have been used this technologies. At present, we are going with brain-machine interface, which is nothing but the neural link, where the physically challenged person can communicate an environment through the artificial pacemaker or like chips which is placed on their skulls or brain. At future, it will be like an brain-to-brain interference. Like the physically challenged person can communicate with a normal person using their brain itself. The advantage is it will increase the dynamic range of sense. No genetic modification is taking place, and even the physically challenged person can also take their own decision. There is no need of depending on others. Like they can proceed on their own way. Finally, I conclude that brain-machine interference is mainly designed for a physically challenged person, and this technology is achieved using a neural link. Thank you, ma'am, for this opportunity.
Thank you, Himala.
Direct trust, considering the factor of trust propagation distance, the indirect trust between nodes is calculated. Simulation of experiment practical system of MARNET shows that proposed approach can effectively avoid the attacks of malicious nodes. And the main objective of this topic is to analyze the behavior and impact of different intrusion detection system attack over mobile attack networks. Also prevention, however, attempts are thwarting an attack before it's executed. The proposed simulation implemented with encryption schemes for intrusion detection system. And the introduction of mobile attack network is self-configuring infrastructureless. Mobile network ad hoc network is moved to independently without depending any of others, equipping each device to continuously maintain the information. Each node behave as a router as they forward traffic to other specified node in the network. And the main problem in this topic, the existing system only developed the focus on efficient routing and energy and data transfer performance, not developing the security issues. In this, based on the misbehavior and uncooperative nodes can be classified into two types: reputation based approach and credit based approach. Reputation based approach means we are collecting information from forwarding the nodes, and credit based approach means transmission of packet from a source to destination. And the existing block diagram, let us consider a group of network. A network consists of one destination node and one source node. In this network, information SAD information SAD is called communications. If a source node send the information to the neighbor node, if neighbor node receives a request, it replaces the some information to answer, and then again the next neighbor node send the information to another neighbor node. The process is going the same way to reach the destination. In fact, so in case some malicious node occur in the network, the information drops because of the some security issues. And this proposed system, first we use initial energy and node position to calculate the nodes are where in acquire, how many information having this node, how to send information from the path. And then again you said key generation. Key generation is the main theme of our project, which is used in privacy preserving and advanced encryption method. And then again node recommendation is routing reliability and routing path table, which is used to advance encryption scheme to update the trust update and trust value. And then main advantages of this topic, military data transfer, because some military purpose having some secure laws of security issues are there. So while using this trust-based intrusion detection system, it may be more useful. And intrusion detection system in network and denial of service attack detection in the network. The major application of this intrusion detection system is home network, wide band area network, and wide personal area network topologies, medical data transfer, and defense application. Thank you, ma'am. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you, Danya.
Yes, sir.
Today I would like to share some snippets. About my paper presentation, which is hostless life. I have experienced 3 years hostless life. So being an hostler, I have chosen this topic, and I have embedded all my emotions, experiences, fun in this topic. In my opinion, hostel's life of a student can include with fun and as well as responsibility. The best advantages of the hostel life is get to know the value of the relationship when you are away from your parents, and we have to learn adjusting to our surroundings and make you to manage things on your own and even make you feel the responsibility. Hostel life helps to habitate sharing and as well as caring. This is what everyone says, but my motto is different. I would like to share the second side of the hostel, that is what actually we have done in the hostel. First one is searching for the snacks and always hungry stomach, and expecting the parents and friends to bring more and more snacks from home, and waiting for the parents on every Sunday, and washing clothes ourselves with laziness, fights for silly matters, and three members are sleeping in a single cot, and preparing the egg omelets and Maggies like that and all on the iron box, and late night chattings, midnight meetings, and midnight birthday surprises, open pranks with the warden and watchman, and trying to take revenge on the hostel wardens indirectly, and spreading rumors about the devils that have hear some sounds at night, like that and all, and the group dances on every day. And I would like to say some advantages of the hostel life. As a hostler is not under the care of his family, he develops a sense of independence and self-reliance. Forms Individual forms the habits of cooperation with friends and learns the arts of cultivating, working, and behavior. Living in the hostel that is usually located inside the campus saves your traveling time and expenses, and once get a chance to bond with the classmates who turn out to be one of the best friends for life ahead. And a student can take help of the other fellows in the studies if we have a problem with any particular topic. And hostels provides the best atmosphere for study. If students enjoy the hostel life in different ways, they also work very hard when the time comes for it. Now I'd like to say, now I'd like to share some disadvantages of the hostel. Hostel life with its so many advantages has some drawbacks also. So I would like to share some that drawbacks to all of you. Students coming for the first time to the hostel find an entirely new atmosphere. The freedom of the hostel at times leads them astray. Their parents are not there to check them. This may lead them into evil ways. They begin to smoke, gamble, and at times even to drink. A daily visit to come cinemas became a routine. Some students spend money lavishly and even borrow money from their friends, living away from their parents. They do what they can't do in their home. They fail to choose good companions. Unlimited freedoms provides harmful for that and all. And we have to meet so many different peoples in the hostels. Hostels are the areas you can share with lot of the peoples you can meet, and you can meet the people, and we have get some opportunities. The best opportunities in the hostel is you will meet new people and consequently get involved in newer things. From those you will get many opportunities like jobs, event management, etc. And now I'd like to share the main important thing that everybody has done in hostels. That main thing is parties. Due to the number of the friends, the maximum days of the month will be enjoyed with the parties and everything to our friends. That means hostel life can helps to habitate the sharing and as well as caring. Due to the more friends, hostel facilitates can be shared with those neighbors. And late night studies. If everyone can experience at these studies during exam time, due to less time, high syllabus, late nights are more helpful. These I have done in my life. And there are some activities which we have done in the hostel. Hostel usually organize activities like parties, sports, cultures, activities, etc. And we will participate on and all we are trying, all the people who are, this is all about my presentation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Deepti.
But I will teach with the I will take the topic of the zero hunger, number 2. Firstly, we discussed about the zero hungers in our India. In zero hungers, the challenge was since the generated the widespread support from the many member states and the other countries. It calls for zero student children and under the age of 100% as the adequate to food all year around. The all food systems are sustainable. 100% increase the smallholder productivity and income. Zero loss or waste of food. The sustainable development of the goal and end hunger achieves the food security and improved nutrition from the promote sustainable agriculture. Recognize the interlinkings among the supporting and sustainable agriculture, empowering the small farmers, promoting gender equality, ending rural poverty, ensuring the health lifestyles, tackling climate change, and the issues of the addressed within the set of the 70 sustainable development goals. In the post 2015, the development of agenda is zero hunger. We will discuss the how many deaths in the under the malnutrition. Center tells the apex of quote 69% deaths in the children under 5 years due to the malnutrition. The Supreme Court earlier had asked the central government to work with the states to provide the data of starvation of the death and hunger and malnutrition across the country. Moreover, the last alarming figure realized is that approximately 4,500 children die every day under the age of 5 years is in the country due to the hunger, malnutrition. Among to the 3 lakhs deaths every year, owning the hunger of the children only alone. Don't waste the food. We have an extra food. Please donate food. Please don't waste it. Please donate the food who have the no food. Annam Parabrahma Sarupam. So don't waste the food. So many people are dying with the hunger. Thank you, ma'am, for this giving opportunity.
Thank you, Siddhartha Bannamudi.